Hello everyone, I am Assistant Professor Rushali Ahir and today we are going to discuss about the syllabus of microbiology part first for the FY BSc students. Now when we talk about part first of semester second, which is bacterial cell and biochemistry. Now the name itself indicates that the syllabus of semester second gives us a brief idea of structure, composition and functioning of the bacterial cell, as well as it also gives us the idea of biochemistry of different types of bacterial cell. Now what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is the branch of science that explores the chemical processes within and related to the living organisms. Now there are different types of processes carried out inside the different types of living organisms. When these different processes are studied under the branches of biochemistry. Now this biochemistry is completely lab-based science that brings together biology and chemistry. Now how does it works, that we will study in our second semester syllabus of part first. Now when we move towards the syllabus, in your part first syllabus includes 2 credits. Your first credit is completely based on the bacterial cytology, and second semester or the second credit is completely based on the chemical basis of microbiology. We'll see all these points one by one. Your first credit is bacterial cytology. Now here in your first chapter we are going to study the cell structure, the size of microbial cell, the shape and the arrangement of the cell or different types of components present in the bacterial cell in detail, in which we are also going to study the structure, chemical composition and function of the components present inside the bacterial cell. Now there are different types of components like cell wall. Now depending on the cell wall, bacteria are grouped or classified in 2 different forms. One is your gram positive and second one is your gram negative. Now how does these bacteria are classified in 2 groups, that we will study in our further lectures. Then the other components of the bacterial cell are cell membrane, then endospore, capsules, flagella, fimbriae and pili, ribosomes, then different types of chromosomal and extra chromosomal materials are also present inside the bacterial cell, and the cell inclusions. Now there are different types of cell inclusions like gas vesicles, carboxysomes, PHB granules, then metachromatic granules, glycogen bodies, starch granules, etc. These all the cell components, or we can also say as the cell organelles, we are going to study in detail in our further lectures. Then our second credit included in your bacterial cell and biochemistry is chemical basis of microbiology. Now, your second credit is completely based on the biochemistry, in which we are going to study the different types of biomolecules and different types of atoms present inside the bacterial cell or the organisms. Now, while studying chemistry in your previous classes in 11th and 12th, you might have studied about the different types of bonds. Now, these bonds are also present inside the cell, like covalent bond, coordinate bond, non-covalent bond. How does these bonds are formed, and what are the important functions or role of these bonds, that we will study in detail as the syllabus moves forward. Then different types of biomolecules are also linked by various linkages like ester linkages or phosphodiester linkages, peptide linkages, and also glycosidic bonds or glycosidic linkages are present, which connects the different types of biomolecules with each other. Now, what are these linkages? How does they are formed? That we will see further. The next point is the chemistry of biomolecules, structure, organization and function. Now, in this point we are going to study about the detailed information, or we will try to gain the detailed information about the different types of biomolecules which are generated inside the body or inside the cell by various metabolic processes, in which first one is your carbohydrates. Now, what are carbohydrates? And these carbohydrates are also classified in three different forms, like monosaccharides. Monosaccharides are made up of single type of sugars. For example, your glucose sugar is there or fructose sugars are there. These are the examples of monosaccharides. Now, what are the structures of these single sugared molecules, and how does they are organized, how they are produced, and what are the function of these monosaccharides, that we will see in detail. Second type of carbohydrate is your disaccharides. When two different types of sugars are joined by the glycosidic bond, they are known as disaccharides. Now, what are glycosidic bonds, and what are the examples of disaccharides? How does they are joined to each other, that we will study in detail. Here in your syllabus, we are going to study the structure of lactose and sucrose. Now, lactose is the sugar made up of with the two monosaccharides like glucose and galactose, and sucrose is made up by joining of glucose and fructose molecule with the help of glycosidic bond. Now, how does these sugars are joined? How does sucrose is formed? What is the structure of sucrose? What is the function of sucrose? That too we will study in our further upcoming lectures. And the third type of carbohydrate is your polysaccharide. Now, polysaccharide are made up of by joining two or more different types of sugars. Now, here we are going to study the examples like starch, glycogen, peptidoglycan, and even chitin in detail. Then the next type of biomolecule is lipids. Now, A lipid is nothing but chemical, or a lipid can be chemically defined as a substance that is insoluble in water and soluble in alcohols or ethers and even in chloroforms. Now, when we study about the living cell, it is very important component in the living cell. Now, there are three different types of lipids, or the lipids can be classified in three different forms, which includes your simple lipids, compound lipids and derived lipids. Now, what are simple lipids or compound lipids or derived lipids? That we are going to see, and even we are going to study these different types of lipids with the help of various examples. The next point is your proteins. Now, proteins or the amino acids are generally considered as the building blocks of the living cells. Now, in these proteins, we are going to study the general structures of amino acids. Now, proteins are made up of 21 different types of amino acids, and all these amino acids, different types of 21 amino acid structures we are going to study, and also how does these amino acids combine with each other with the help of peptide bonds. That too we are going to study in detail. Then we are also going to study the different types of amino acids based on the R groups. Now, amino acids are made up of three different types of groups. Now, they are generally organic compound that contains amino group, carboxyl group, or R group, which is also known as side chain. And depending on these R group, amino acids are classified in different types. That different types of amino acids we are going to see. Then these proteins are divided at the various levels depending on the structures, like primary proteins, secondary proteins, tertiary and quaternary proteins. Depending on the structure of the proteins, the four different types of levels are derived, and in these four levels the proteins are classified with the help of various examples. We are going to see this point. Then we are going to also study the structure and function of various proteins like hemoglobin, flagellin and also the cytoskeleton proteins. The next important point is your nucleic acids. Now, there are two different types of nucleic acid. One is your DNA, which is deoxyribose nucleic acid, and second one is your RNA, which is your ribose nucleic acid. Of these nucleic acid, we are going to study in detail the structure and composition and the types of nucleic acids. Then in the next point, we are going to study the classification of bacteria. Now, whenever the new bacteria or new organism is found, these bacteria are first identified, and then their proper classification is carried out with the help of Burgess manual. Now, there are two different types of Burgess manual. One is determinative Burgess manual and second one is systemic bacteriology. both these Burke's manual we will study in our further lectures. And the last important point in your syllabus is the classification of viruses. Now these viruses are classified or named depending on the ICTV nomenclature system. Now nomenclature means giving the name. Whenever any new organism is found, a specific name is given to that organism, to viruses, that bacteria or plants or animals, depending on the rules set by the various committees. So the viruses are given name depending on the ICTV nomenclature system. Now what is ICTV? It is the International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses. This committee have set different types of rules by which a viruses can be named, which are universally accepted. Now what are the norms coming under ICTV nomenclature system? That we will study in our further lectures. So in your semester second microbiology part first, which is bacterial cell and biochemistry, we are going to study both these credits in our upcoming lectures. Thank you all of you.